Good morning, students. Today we are going to learn civics first lesson, framing of constitution and its features. Now, exactly what does the word constitution means? According to the first sentence of your lesson, constitution means any systematic collection of rules. It's a collection of systematic rules which are designed to govern a country's rhyme, that is country's kingdom, or ruling some country according to the rules and regulations which are mentioned in a book are called as, yes, constitution, or is called as a constitution, because constitution is having the different type of the parts, but overall it is altogether called as a one single constitution. In simple words, it's a kind of a book consisting of all the different type of the rules and regulations, acts, everything mentioned in it. Second thing is, what is its importance? Constitution is the basic and the most important document. It's a basic, and second thing is, basic means at the common level, all the different type of the details are mentioned in the constitution. And second, most important document or a book, you can say. The laws of the country are based on the constitution. If you want to run the country, there are some laws, कुछ नियम बने होते हैं, which are based on the constitution. Without constitution's help, you cannot frame any kind of a law out of its basic ideas. You can frame a new law, but it should have some relation with the constitution. So you can say, on the other hand, constitution is the most powerful device to run the nation. The country's constitution and the constitutional laws should be subject to relevant provisions. If any country is having any constitution and there are some constitutional laws made inside it, they should be subject to all these rules and regulations are the subject to the relevant provisions. Relevant provisions means they should be appropriate according to the conditions of the people, nation, state, or any kind of a place, but it should be in a favorable condition to all of them. The constitution is superior to all the laws of the country. What is constitution? It's the most superior type of the, yes, book to all the laws of the country. All the laws are regulated, they are applied on the basis of the laws which are mentioned in the constitution. Constitution involves periodically changing requirements of the people's aspirations, expectations, interests, as well as the emotions which are very high or given the most important priority in the country. What are the changes to be made? Periodical changes are to be made as per the requirements of the people's desires, aspirations, what they think about the nation. Second, what are their expectations, what they expect from the nation, what they have the feelings, that is also called as an aspiration. What are their interests? Interest in sense, what they wish to make the change in the nation, what is their interest in, as well as its emotions, feelings related to the maybe religion, caste, creed, sex, and etc. There should be no discrimination with anyone as per the constitution. So therefore they are given the most higher priority, and that's the reason constitution is known as a live and a basic document. What is constitution according to this called as? It's a live document, zinda, jita jagta, and second is basic document. Why basic document? Because it completes all the needs of the people as per the rules or the laws or provisions or acts mentioned in it. Now, therefore it is, we can say, it's a most important type of a document. Now, what is the process of framing the constitution? Is the constitution framed by anybody indirectly? No. There are some rules and regulations which are also mentioned earlier when it was framed. Before independence, when we did not get the independence, the British government on 25th March 1946 handed the duty to the cabinet mission of 3 members to find a solution to the questions of India's independence. What happened on 25th March 1946? A particular type of a duty to the cabinet mission. It's a group of the people which was framed by the British government. There was a cabinet mission in which there were some members, okay, of how many members? 3 members were given the responsibility. For what purpose? To find a solution to the questions of India's independence. How India should be given independence? How will India run in the coming future? What will be their problems? They must be solved by taking the proper decision and framing the proper laws. And therefore, it was decided by the cabinet mission to call these 3 members and find out the solution. On the basis of recommendations of the cabinet mission, whatever recommendations, whatever suggestions were given, what was recommended by the cabinet mission, the Constituent Assembly, a place, a region that is called as the Constituent Assembly, was constituted and the structure of the constitution was decided. Constituent Assembly, when it was constituted, when it was developed, when it was framed, at that time, what should be its structure and how the constitution has to be decided, that was given in the hands of cabinet mission. Constituent Assembly comprised, Constituent Assembly is consisting of, is holding of 385 members. Constituent Assembly, not constitution. Constituent Assembly is consisting of 385 members, in which various members from different religions, different caste, gender, and people from various geographical diversification. Geographical diversification means from every small town, mountainous regions, maybe from backward class, maybe from other type of the categories. These are all the geographical diversifications. All the states are given the same rights. Political representatives and experts were also specially called from the various sectors, various different fields, like maybe from the field of medical, maybe from the field of construction department, maybe from the water department, maybe from other type of the departments such as farming, economical conditions, and etc. These are all different sectors who were included in the particular members. At that time, Jawaharlal Nehru, Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, Maulana Abdul Kalam Azad, Shyam Prasad Mukherjee, H.P. Modi, H.V. Kamath, Frank Antony, Kanhaiya Lal Munshi, Krishna Swamy Iyer, Baldev Singh, and even the women representatives, lady representatives such as Sarojini Naidu, Vijaya Lakshmi Pandit, etc. were some ladies who were also called as the members of the Constituent Assembly. At that time, Dr. Rajendra Prasad was the president of the Constituent Assembly. पार्लियामेंट के अंदर जो कंस्टिट्यूएंट असेंबली होती है, जिसमें लोकसभा, राज्यसभा होते हैं, उनके प्रेसिडेंट, पूरे कंट्री के प्रेसिडेंट उस वक्त डॉक्टर राजेंद्र प्रसाद जी थे. At that time, a drafting committee was appointed to draft the constitution under the chairmanship of one of our former great personalities, that is Dr. Bhimrao Ambedkar. He was the main chairman or the chairperson along with the other members framing the constitution. Constitution को बनाने के लिए भीमराव अंबेडकर, डॉक्टर भीमराव अंबेडकर और बाकी सभी सदस्यों को बुलाया गया था. Now, second thing is the constitution or constituent assembly, okay, met for how many times? इनकी कितनी बार meetings हुई? 166 sessions. That is 166 times they came together, they decided, they told the problems, okay, and these were the all type of the different meetings spread over a period of 2 years, 11 months and 17 days. इतने साल तक, इतने महीने, इतने दिन तक ये अलग अलग मीटिंग्स की गई थी. लगभग 3 साल में कुछ ही दिन बाकी थे. Members of the assembly had discussed the threadbare, every small thing, every small important item, each and every detail of its provisions, that is all the laws, especially keeping in concern the matters of constitution of different countries. बाकी देशों में constitution में क्या लिखा गया है, उनमें क्या points है, all the threadbares, all the different details, they were also taken into consideration. They were also read by them, they were understood, and then now decided, is this rule of that particular country liable for our nation or not? If it is good, it was written in the constitution. If it was not suitable for our country, it was not mentioned in our constitution. This must be remembered by us. Okay? बाकी देशों के constitution में कौन से नियम है, वही नियम अगर हमारे country में होते हैं तो काफी अलग country होता, अगर ऐसा मान के चले तो. लेकिन उस वक्त जो सही नियम थे उनको लागू किया गया, जो सही नहीं लगे उनको मेंशन नहीं किया गया. Okay? Then next point is, in this constitution there are 295 articles थे, total 295 points लिखे गए थे, articles बनाए गए, 8 appendices, 8 प्रकार के field, 8 प्रकार के books, 8 प्रकार के अलग अलग नियम बनाए गए. After amendments, जब amendment होता है, amendment means it's a kind of a new law, a new act is implemented, या तो फिर एक नया नियम बनाया जब जाता है कंट्री के लिए तो उसको अमेंडमेंट कहते हैं. और ये अमेंडमेंट कोई आसान चीज नहीं है, इट्स नॉट अ सिंपल टाइप ऑफ अ थिंग. अमेंडमेंट हैज टू बी डन बाय पासिंग द बिल इन द असेंबली फ्रॉम बोथ द हाउसेस ऑफ द पार्लियामेंट, राज्य सभा as well as Lok Sabha, and there is some specific type of a rule made for that. How to pass the bill we'll study in the later forms. So after the amendments, earlier 295 articles were there and now they became 395 articles, means 100 articles were extra added in it. Earlier we were having only 8 appendices and now there are 9 appendices by that time. The constitution was framed in this way with the help of 395 articles and 9 appendices. Now after that, listen it very carefully. On 26th of November 1949, 26th November 1949, the constitution was unanimously passed without any kind of a oppose, without any kind of a suppression. The bill was passed in the Constituent Assembly. Constituent Assembly में बिल पास किया गया कि ये नियमों का एक बुक बनाया गया, क्या इसको आप स्वीकार करते हो? Are you ready to accept it? And it was accepted unanimously and the bill was passed. After that, on 26th of January 1950, okay, 26 January 1950, Constitution of India came into existence. Means all these rules and regulations were implemented, put into action on 26th of January 1950 in India and was declared as a republic nation. और उस दिन से हम रिपब्लिक नेशन 26 जनवरी को हम सेलिब्रेशन जब करते हैं 1950 से लेकर अब तक जो करते आ रहे हैं उसको रिपब्लिक डे के तौर पर हम सेलिब्रेट करते हैं, क्योंकि उसको उस दिन रिपब्लिक नेशन के तौर पर डिक्लेयर किया गया था. Then after that, thereafter, every year on 26 January we celebrate Republic Day, which I told right now, with the national fervor, with the national type of integration, you can say, showing your all the type of the emotions to the country. In the Indian Constitution, we have 4 lions as a national emblem, symbol. Okay, in our Constitution we are having the 4 lion heads. On the coin also you can see there are 4 lion heads. 3 are on front side and 1 is on the back side. So remember, there are 4 lion heads, which is a symbol or it's an emblem of our nation. And national slogan. A national slogan is found in every government office or even in the private institutions also. Satyameva Jayate. That means truth will always win. सच्चाई की हमेशा जीत होगी, ऐसा हमारा नेशनल स्लोगन बन गया और नेशनल एम्ब्लेम था 4 लायंस का हेड. The constitution provides for citizenship, rights and duties of the people, directive principles of the state policy. Constitution हमें citizenship provide करता है, it provides even the rights, हमें हमारे अधिकार देता है, even हमारी duties क्या है जो हम भूल जाते हैं, जो हमें शायद याद नहीं है, तो बता दूं. On the first page of our SS textbook, all the constitution duties, okay, that is the fundamental duties which we call, are clearly mentioned in every book, thanks to the especially every government of every state, especially our state also, Gujarat government. In the book of SS, on the first page, fundamental duties are mentioned, which we must read and try to implement them so that we can become a good, moral, and even appropriate citizens of the nation. Clear? Then after that, the constitution provides for the citizenship, rights, and even the duties of the people. Then along with that, directive principles, in which direction you need to go, how to develop our nation. Such principles, such rules and regulations of the state policy or the country's policy are mentioned in the constitution. Union-state relationships must be maintained as per the constitution. Then the elections must be held as per the constitution, and even the emergency provisions. अगर कोई emergency declare करनी पड़ी तो उसके बारे में भी constitution में mention किया गया है. 3 प्रकार की emergencies होती है जो हम time to time president के और prime minister के cabinet ministers की मदद से उसको declare कर सकते हैं. Thus, the Constitution of India is the most detailed and elaborated national document. पूरे वर्ल्ड में हमारे जैसा कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन आज तक किसी ने नहीं बनाया जिसमें इतने डिटेल्स में और इतने elaborated with examples. It has been mentioned very clearly, which is the most important national document. I hope you understood what is the importance and how it is framed. Now, proceeding further, हर एक ताले की एक चाबी होती है. Every lock has its key. In the same way, I am giving a simple example. कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन के अंदर कोई दुविधा आई, कोई प्रॉब्लम हुआ, समझ नहीं पाए कि ये क्या नियम लिखा हुआ है. Therefore, its key, that is another book is mentioned, which is called as a preamble. सादी भाषा में preamble is the heart or the core or the center point and the most important part of constitution. क्योंकि वो चाबी है constitution की, उसमें अधिक जानकारी दी गई है कि ये नियम का मतलब क्या हुआ, इस शब्द का मतलब क्या हुआ, और अगर कंफ्यूजिंग है तो उसका पूरा डिटेल प्रीएम्बल में मिल जाता है. कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन बिगिंस विद प्रीएम्बल. कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन हमेशा प्रीएम्बल से ही शुरू होता है हमारा. द वर्ड्स रिटन इन द प्रीएम्बल हाईलाइट्स द सोल ऑफ द कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन. अगर हम ध्यान से देखें प्रीएम्बल को तो वो क्या हाईलाइट करता है? व्हाट डज इट हाईलाइट? इट हाईलाइट्स द हार्ट, द सोल, आत्मा है वो कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन की. नीचे खास करके प्रीएम्बल का पेज दिया हुआ है, उसको देखकर शायद पता चल जाता है कि कितने ब्यूटीफुल मैनर में उसका डिजाइन डेकोरेशन किया गया है. द वर्ड्स इंस्क्राइब्ड और रिटन और मेंशन्ड और स्क्रिप्टेड इन द प्रीएम्बल आर गिवन बिलो. नीचे दिए हुए हैं. लेट्स स्टडी देम प्रॉपर्ली. व्हाट इज इट मेंशन? कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन ऑफ इंडिया प्रीएम्बल है, स्टार्टिंग में लिखा है. उसमें क्या मेंशन किया गया है? we all the citizens of our nation, the people of India, having solemnly resolved to constitute India into a sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic. का मतलब हम सब देशवासी अपने नेशन को, अपने कंट्री को कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन के हिसाब से एक सोवरिन, एक ऐसा देश जिसमें वो अपने खुद के रूल्स के अनुसार चलता हो, सोशलिस्ट, considering the society into the mind, secular, without any kind of a discrimination, secularism जिसको बोलते हैं. Fourth, democratic, democracy मिलेगी, by the people, of the people, for the people. ये रूल है डेमोक्रेसी का. And republic, all the conditions and things are to be mentioned according to the people's emotions, their aspirations, their desires. So therefore it is called as a sovereign, socialist, secular, democratic republic. Okay, and to secure to all its citizens, all the citizens are one together, same for the nation. Nation के सामने, कोर्ट के सामने सभी लोग एक समान हैं और सबका संरक्षण करना, प्रोटेक्ट करना ये हमारी जिम्मेदारी है, कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन की जिम्मेदारी है। जस्टिस, सोशल, इकोनॉमिक एंड पॉलिटिकल, न्याय सभी प्रकार से मिलेगा। यू विल बी गिवन अ जस्टिस इन अ सोशल मैनर, इन अ इकोनॉमिकल मैनर एज वेल एज इन अ पॉलिटिकल मैनर। का मतलब अगर हमें न्याय मिलना ही चाहिए तो सामाजिक रूप से, सोसाइटी के रूप से, when we stay in the society we are given the freedom to do all those things which other people do. Same thing, we are also given the rights to earn something. Okay, we get salaries, we can earn something, we can do our business, that is the economical conditions का हमें freedom दिया गया है. And political, कोई भी इंडियन सिटीजन जो मेंटली रिटार्डेड नहीं है वो किसी भी पॉलिटिकल फील्ड में, चाहे वो ग्राम पंचायत से लेकर प्रेसिडेंट की पोस्ट तक हो, वो अधिकार रखता है कि वो पॉलिटिकली उसे फ्रीडम दी जाए कि वो किसी भी पॉलिटिकल टाइप की इलेक्शंस के दौरान खड़े रह सकता है। नेक्स्ट, लिबर्टी, लिबर्टी ऑफ थॉट, हमारी सोच के लिए हमें लिबरल यानी कि एक फ्रीडम दिया गया है कि हम कैसे विचार रखें, क्या एक्सप्रेस करें, व्हाट कैन वी एक्सप्रेस, व्हाट आर आवर बिलीफ, हम किन किन चीजों पर विश्वास रखते हैं, क्या हमारा विश्वास खोटा है, खरा है, ये सब हमें आजादी दी गई है कि ये धर्म है, इस धर्म में ऐसे माना जाता है कि ऐसा ऐसा होता है, तो ये हमें फ्रीडम दी गई कि हमें इसको मान्यता देनी चाहिए। देन फेथ, विश्वास होता है हमारा, फैमिली से लेकर ऊपर प्रेसिडेंट तक। एंड वर्शिप, लेकिन एक चीज भूल जाते हैं, क्या हम अपने देश को वर्शिप करते हैं? तो वर्शिप करने के लिए सिर्फ भगवान के टेम्पल्स या मॉस्क या फिर चर्चेस या गुरुद्वारा ये सिर्फ काफी नहीं है, उसके अलावा देश हमारे लिए बहुत मायने रखता है। कंट्री इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, कंट्री के लोग इंपॉर्टेंट हैं, उनके धर्म इंपॉर्टेंट है, उनकी जाति पाति इंपॉर्टेंट है, और उनका जो अलग अलग प्रकार का रहने सहने का ढंग है वो इंपॉर्टेंट है। सबको वर्शिप कीजिए। इक्वालिटी, सबको एक समान तरीके से मानिए। ऑफ स्टेटस, हर एक का स्टेटस इक्वल जैसा होना चाहिए। ऑफ अपॉर्चुनिटी, लेकिन स्टेटस एंड ऑफ अपॉर्चुनिटी, स्टेटस के साथ साथ अपॉर्चुनिटीज हर एक को दी जाती है। हर एक को जैसे कि एग्जांपल है, किसी पोस्ट को भरा जाता है किसी पर्टिकुलर इंस्टीट्यूशन में, कोई पर्टिकुलर टाइप की पोस्ट है, तो उस वक्त अपॉर्चुनिटी सभी के लिए खुली होती है। ऐसा नहीं होता कि ये सिर्फ ये धर्म वाला आएगा और ये यहाँ पर फॉर्म भरेगा, डिपेंडिंग ऑन द माइनॉरिटी एंड एक्सेट्रा। वो भी एक इंपॉर्टेंट फैक्टर है। द नेक्स्ट, एंड टू प्रमोट अमॉन्ग देम ऑल एंड ट्राई टू प्रमोट ऑल दिस थिंग्स टू द पीपल ऑफ आवर नेशन। कितना पावरफुल लिखा हुआ है प्रीएम्बल, यू कैन अंडरस्टैंड इट। देन फ्रैटर्निटी, फ्रैटर्निटी indicates that what kind of togetherness must be maintained by you. What are your feelings against the other nations, other religions, other people, or other caste or creed or male and female? That fraternity should be maintained for what purpose? Assuring the respect, dignity. Dignity means respect of the individual. खुद की हमारी जो अहमियत है, हमारा कोई भी आकर अपमान नहीं करेगा, डायरेक्टली अधिकार नहीं दिया है उसको अपमान करने का, तो हमारी खुद की जो रिस्पेक्ट है, इंडिविजुअल की रिस्पेक्ट जो है, एंड द यूनिटी, साथ में हम यूनाइटेड कैसे ग्रुप में रहे, हमारा समाज कैसे एक साथ में रहे, एंड इंटीग्रिटी, समभाव धर्म के बारे में जो बोला जाता है, ओके, सभी धर्म एक जैसे हैं, तो हम इंटीग्रेटेड मैनर में कैसे रहे, ये हमें कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन सिखाता है, स्पेशली ऑफ आवर नेशन। इन आवर कंस्टिट्यूएंट असेंबली, हमारी कंस्टिट्यूएंट असेंबली में, ओके, दिस 26th day of November, 26 जनवरी, ओके, not 26 January, 26th of November, when the constitution was framed, 1949. From this day, okay, do hereby adopt, that is to accept, enact, to put into plan, and give to ourselves this constitution. हम अपने आप को इस constitution में ढालने को वचन देते हैं, प्लेज करते हैं। So beautifully, the first page of the constitution is written. Now, coming on the next page, the preamble remained unchanged till 1976. 1976 तक preamble में कोई बदलाव नहीं लाया गया। In 1976 till 1976 no change was there in the preamble also, but in 1976 itself the words such as socialist, secular, unity and integrity of the nation, ये सब शब्दों को डाला गया, उसमें ऐड किया जा सकता है, अगर वो जरूरत आने पर changes करने पड़ते हैं, which I said as a kind of an amendments are to be made in the constitution and its preamble also. So these words were added. Why they were added? Because there may be a confusion of particular word, or there may be a kind of a problem created by some word कि इस शब्द का मतलब तो ये हुआ कि ये जाति पाति अच्छी नहीं है, वो अच्छे है, ये खराब है, वो खराब है, ये धर्म अच्छा, ये जो confusion है वो निकालने के लिए amendments किए जाते हैं. And therefore these words which were having very tough meaning, very powerful meaning, they were added in our preamble. Now the preamble verbalize, tells, gives the information, okay, the fundamental objectives of the constitution. Fundamental objectives क्या है कि इंसान को किस दिशा में जाना चाहिए, towards which particular fundamental objectives we need to run, what are its aims, what are its ideals and what are its principles. ये सब चीजें कैसे हम करें, इसको वहां पर मेंशन किया गया है. Therefore the preamble straightway gives a clear insight of the, in other words, on one hand we can say it's a clear, crystal clear idea mentioned in the preamble about a clear insight of the rule of welfare. सादी भाषा में rule of welfare, how good things can take place in our nation for the betterment of our nation, that is a rule of welfare. The preamble reflects constitution framers psyche, means preamble के अंदर जो लिखा गया है वो उस वक्त जब फ्रेम किया जा रहा था कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन, तो जो फ्रेमर थे, जो फ्रेम कर रहे थे, तो उनके दिमाग में क्या चल रहा था उस वक्त, उनकी सोच क्या थी, वो क्या करना चाहते हैं, ये साइके उस कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन में मेंशन की गई है. एंड देयरफॉर इट्स अ ब्यूटीफुल डॉक्यूमेंट सेड टू बी कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन एंड प्रीएम्बल. नाउ व्हाट इज द इंपॉर्टेंस ऑफ प्रीएम्बल? क्या प्रीएम्बल जरूरी है? क्या प्रीएम्बल के बिना कॉन्स्टिट्यूशन चलाया नहीं जा सकता? That is the last point for today's session. The preamble as a soul of the constitution is also an important necessity. ताला है तो चाबी चाहिए, तो preamble soul बन के काम करता है constitution का. It's an important, okay, necessity of the constitution. To understand the framing of any law or its interpretation, what is mentioned about it, preamble gives proper guidelines, proper guidance. To understand the policy behind the framing of any law, ये पॉलिसी क्यों बनाई गई है, उसको ऐसा क्यों लिखा गया है, ऐसे नियम क्यों बनाए गए हैं, तो उसको समझने के लिए preamble plays an important role. The preamble is a useful tool, useful device, instrument to avoid the troubles, problems in the interpretation of the constitution. Constitution को कोई गलत समझ ना बैठे, इसलिए preamble एक महत्वपूर्ण रोल निभाता है. It's an important type of a key, especially for the problems which are created by the people to understand the constitution properly. At the end, I would like to say, when any ambiguity, confusion, एक वाक्य के दो मीनिंग निकलते हैं या चार मीनिंग निकलते हैं, तो ऐसा कोई भी कंफ्यूजन है जिसको एम्बिग्यूटी कहती है, और ऑब्सक्योर डिटेल्स, जो ऐसी डिटेल्स है जो कंफ्यूज करती है, जो ऑड लगती है या किसी के खिलाफ है, in the law arises, नियम में कुछ problems create कर बैठता है. At that time preamble helps in understanding and interpreting the law. Thus preamble serves as a compass to understand the provisions of the constitutional law. Constitution के नियमों को समझने के लिए यह कंपास की तरह काम करता है, दिशा बताता है कि किस दिशा में आपको कौन सा नियम किस तरह से लागू करना है. At the last, I would like to say, preamble is nation's unity, integrity and is a standard crust, एक ऐसा standard type का particle है वो, of bringing all the people in a brotherhood quality amongst the citizens who are having the noble sentiments. उनके अपने खुद के noble अच्छे विचारधारा है, उनके अपने खुद के emotions है, and even ideals also. Therefore preamble is backed by the high ideals and goals, and therefore at the end I would say preamble is completely mentioned with the complete high ideals and the goals. I hope till this point you have understood the lesson properly. We'll meet in the next session and continue the next part at the earliest. Clear?